Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another battle video showcasing the blue Crocodile going up against my friend Chris, who is using the green Oden deck. Before the start of the video, do consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy One Piece TCG content and would like to see more of this kind of videos on the channel. Also do leave a like and comments on what you think of the match. So right now we're just setting up the game. I believe Oden is going first. Typically if you are playing a blue deck, you will want to go first because your curve are at 1, 3, 5 and 7 and 9. So yeah, Oden goes first, plays Momonosuke, pass over to me, and during my turn I had no cards to play, so I pass it back to Oden, and he proceeded to use Momonosuke's ability to search his top 5 cards for a Wano country card, which he ended up searching for another Momonosuke. So that is actually quite a threat because with Momonosuke on the field, he's able to gain card advantage every turn. And so he attacks with Oden and I blocked it with Boa Hancock, and he plays another Momonosuke with 1 Dawn attached. With one Dawn open. So during my turn, I attacked one of his Momonosuke and then I paid 4 Dawns to play the 4-cost Pacifista. So during his turn, he decides to swing with the leader first, and I decide to take the damage, but he triggered into my Jinbei, which on trigger you can play him and then add or return a cost 3 or lower character back to the bottom of the deck, and he ended his turn by playing a 5-cost Denjiro. So Denjiro's effect is when he has 1 Dawn and it attacks, if your leader is Oden, you can active 2 of your rested Dawns. So during my turn, I swung at him with 6,000 using Pacifista, and then going 5,000 using Crocodile, and he blocks it with Nekomamushi. And I played 3-cost Doffy to stack the top card of my deck, and played another and used another 3 Dawns to play Sentomaru and pass it on over to him. So during his turn, I believe he is at 7 Dawns right now. He pays 2 Dawn to play Bonnie and activate its effect, same time checking the top 5 cards of his deck for a Supernova card, and he ended up going with Capone Beige. So he attaches a Dawn to Denjiro, and then Oden swings 5,000 at the leader, which I decide to take. I believe I got a Jinbei but decided not to play it. So Denjiro attacks into my Pacifista, and then he actives 2 Dawn. I blocked it with Doffy, and he plays the Kinemon character card, which allows him to play a 3-cost or lower Wano country character card, which he plays Inu Mamushi, I believe his name is. So during my turn, I use Jinbei to clear his Bonnie. Yeah, attach 1 to Pacifista to clear his Denjiro, which I'm surprised he didn't guard it. And with 7 Dawn, I played Ivankov. Ivankov ability allows me to play 6-cost or lower blue Impelon character card, which I played Luffy. Luffy on summon or attack, I can discard 2 cards to return a cost 4 lower character back to its hand. And then I swing with my leader, which he didn't block. So as you can see, this is how blue plays, out-tempoing your opponent by returning cards back to their hand. So right now, Kinemon being the only character on the field with no other 3-cost or lower Wano characters, it's basically just a vanilla right now. So it's not really benefiting Oden as much. So he attaches 3 Dawns, swinging over my Pacifista with his Oden leader, and proceeded to play another Kinemon, and playing the Inu Arashi. And then I believe he uses Oden's effect, discarding a Wano country card to active 2 Dawns, and he passed on over to me. So when he used the leader's ability to active 2 of his Dawn, the first thing that comes into my mind is that he has a Punk Gibson in his hand. Okay, so during my turn, I played Mihawk to return one of its Kinemon back to the bottom of the deck. So because I was expecting a Punk Gibson in his hand, I decided to attach a Dawn at my Sentomaru and attacking the leader. So I'm actually forcing him to use a counter, which instead he didn't guard, but he did manage to trigger into a killer which KOs a rested cost 3 or lower. So I believe that was a fair trade. And then my Crocodile swings into his leader, which he decides not to block again. But he did manage to trigger a Punk Gibson, which on trigger can rest one of your opponent's character. And I believe he ended up resting the Luffy. And then I swing at him for 7,000 using my Ivankov, which I believe he blocks it with Punk Gibson now. And no, he did not. So I ended the turn by using Crocodile's ability to bounce back in Orashi. So that way I'm removing another one of his attacker for next turn. So right now Oden is at 0 life while I'm sitting comfortably at 3 lives. And it seems that he is in a really tough spot because although it'll be very hard for him to guard my next attack because I have a Mihawk sitting at 9,000 and he'll probably need more than 3 blockers to stop me from pushing for game. So he attaches 2 Dawns onto Kinemon, attaches 3 Dawn, trying to clear my Luffy. Because Luffy on attack is able to bounce potentially one of his blockers. So right now Luffy is a threat, so he's targeting it. And with only 2 cards in my hand, I decide to let it go. Next, he pays 5 Dawn to play Trafalgar Law. Law is a 5 cost 6k blocker, which on play can return one of his character, and then he can play another 3 cost or lower character, which he plays a Capone Beige. And then leader swing into my shield, which I didn't block. I believe I got the Luffy from that shield, from that life. And with 2 Dawns open, we all know he does have a Punk Gibson in hand, but going against a Crocodile leader, having 2 blockers is not enough, because typically the Crocodile will use his Jinbei, Marshall Teach, or even Luffy to bounce back one of the blockers, which I'm doing it now. And then using Croc's ability, I can bounce back a 5 cost or lower, which is the Law. And with that, I attach 2 Dawn onto my Mihawk, and then I swung for game. Yeah, even though he blocks this, I still have Ivankov and Crocodile to attack for game. So that's all for this game. The winner is Crocodile. Yeah, so let me know what you think of the gameplay. It seems a bit one-sided, but that's how the matchup goes, especially when you're using blue Crocodile against a green deck. And so we have the deck list for Oden here, and this is the deck list for Crocodile. So once again, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoy this video and you would like to see more of this kind of content, do consider subscribing, leaving a like and comment in the comment section. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well. And that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.